Thank you. Thank you for buying Shortsy. You have just bought the most amazing tool for cutting hair at home. Now let me introduce Shortsy to you. The whole set includes 2 combs named Shortsy. The bigger one I call it Shortsy B, and this is Shortsy. It has 15 pairs of legs, from number 1 to number 15. Please be careful to keep the comb set out of reach of small children because small parts could be swallowed. To cut hair at home, you need a few other items besides Shortsy. A styling comb, a styling cape, hair tape, or you can use masking tape instead, some clips, which are known as yo-yets, a pair of hair cutting scissors, a spray bottle, and optional, a trimmer. We are offering Shortsy in 3 different packs. The first pack is Simply Shortsy. It comes with a video instruction tape and a set of Shortsy in a box. The second is the Convenient Pack. On top of Simply Shortsy, you get a large professional styling cape, a styling comb, a pair of hair cutting scissors, and 10 yo-yets. The third one is the Deluxe Pack. On top of the Convenient Pack, you also have the trimmer. For people who have already purchased Shortsy, they can order this Value Pack. You can buy all these items separately. Inside the instruction book, you'll find hair patterns like these. There's a photo of the hairstyle. These diagrams show sectioning of the haircut, back view, side view. This gives you the legs of each section. Unless indicated with Shortsy B, all haircuts are cut with Shortsy. This is Shortsy. This is Shortsy B. Both have holes for attaching legs. Always hold Shortsy by the spine. Keep all your fingers away from the teeth. When attaching the leg, always hold the part that is closest to the top, nearest to the number. Insert the leg into the hole and slide it to the side to lock, like this. Do the same thing when detaching. By doing what I told you just now, you will not break the legs and the combs, and they will last for a long time. Always hold Shortsy vertically like this. This is the top leg, this is the bottom leg. Every time you cut hair, make sure you have the correct top leg and the correct bottom leg for each section. The head is usually divided into 3 big sections like this: the crown, the middle, and the bottom. The crown line starts from here, go around the head to this side. And this is the middle section. And this is the ear line from this ear around the head to this ear. And this is the last section. We locate the crown line by using the front hairline from this point to this point and divide it into 3 equal parts. Then we part the hair from this point all the way around to this point, making a big U shape. And this is the back of the crown. After finding the crown line, We clip all the hair on the crown into a bunch, and then clip all the hair above the ear line into bunches like this. Sometimes you need to clip hair into 4 bunches if the hair is shorter. And then leave the hair here like this. Always start cutting this big section first. We divide this section into 2 equal parts. Clip the upper section up like this. This will be section 1 and this will be section 2. And you start cutting here, taking ½ an inch of a section. Comb this hair out straight like this. Hold on to the hair with 2 fingers of your left hand and transfer it to the right hand. And then insert Shortsy into the hair in a way that the legs of the comb will be standing on the hair roots of that section of hair. Anything that is sticking out here will be cut off. Now I go to the right to continue cutting. Comb the hair out, overlapping part of the hair that is already cut. Make sure that you won't miss any hair. And comb a thin section out, just like before, and holding the hair like this. And transfer and insert Shortsy the same way, so the legs will be standing on the roots of the hair of this section now. And cut it. And go on to the right. After finish cutting section 1, unclip section 2, let hair down, and start cutting this part just as before. I'm going to divide this middle section into 2 equal parts. This is section 3 and this will be section 4. Comb the hair down and start cutting from here. Doing the same thing over again. After finish cutting section 3, unclip section 4. Comb hair down. Start cutting hair on the left, like this again. Insert Shortsy the same way and cut the hair off like this. After cutting section 4, I go to the crown. Unclip hair and make a smaller U shape inside. Start cutting the left-hand side as before. And cut the hair off. And then continue to go all the way around, following the U shape until here. Now I come to the crown. Unclip hair and divide this section into halves. Comb hair to the side Start the left-hand side as usual and cut the hair off. You finish this side and then go to the next side. Then you finish your haircut. If you don't want to cut part of your hair, just use a tape to tape it up. Then cut the rest of the hair. Now cutting bangs. Some long-haired people like to have bangs. This type is very typical. But some people like thinner bangs. You can have even thinner by taking less hair. Also, some like very thick bangs that go almost to the back of the head. To cut typical bangs, the section is more like a triangular section and is about 1.5 inches deep. Use a pair of same-size legs and start cutting vertically from left to right. Insert Shortsy and turn so that the bottom leg touches the front hairline as a guide. And cut hair that's sticking out of Shortsy. Go to the right and do the same thing. The same action applies to the rest of the cuts. To cut thinner bangs, use Shortsy horizontally. After combing out a thin section of hair from the front hairline, insert Shortsy with the two little feet touching the front hairline as a guide. Then continue to the right. To cut thicker bangs, you have to divide the section into halves. Cut the front exactly like the typical bangs, with bottom leg touching the front hairline as a guide. And cut all the way to the right. Then, cut the back section, this time with bottom leg touching the section line in the middle. And continue cutting to the right. Most people like this type of bangs. Thinner bangs look like this. And thicker bangs always give you most body and volume on the top of the head. Cutting various hairstyles. This is Emma. I'm going to give her the basic layer cut. First of all, we have to find the crown section. We are going to section the hair into 3 big sections. This is the first section, which is the crown. I section this part from this side of the ear to the other side. So give you the second section, and the hair below, we comb it down. This is the third section, but actually it's the first section that we are going to cut. This part, this first section at the nape, I'm going to divide it into half. This is the upper half that I clip it up, and I will start cutting this part. I'm going to cut this part first. Comb a thin section out. Comb it straight at 90 degrees. Hold the hair like this with the 2 fingers of your left hand and transfer it to the right, so you can put Shortsy into the hair like this, and slowly turn it in a way that the 2 legs are resting on the scalp. And I'm going to cut the hair. You always hold the scissors and the comb together like this. Try to practice it this way. And hold Shortsy on your left hand if you're right-handed. I'm going to the right and overlapping the first part that is cut a little bit. Always to make sure that we won't miss any hair. And go to the right a little bit and comb another thin section vertically out like this, and hold the hair with your fingers and transfer it to your right and insert Shortsy just like before until you turn it and rest the legs on the scalp at a 90-degree angle, and cut off the hair that is sticking out of Shortsy. Now we come to the second section, section 2. We take the hair down, comb it down, and start cutting. Just like before, take a thin section out, comb it straight out, like this. Insert Shortsy this way until you move the legs to the hair roots, just standing on the hair roots of the part of hair that is going to be cut off, and cut the hair that is sticking out of Shortsy like this. And we go to the right, overlapping the cut part a little bit. Then comb a thin section out again, doing exactly the same as before. Hold the hair and then transfer it to your right hand and insert Shortsy again, like this. And cut the hair that is sticking out of Shortsy. This is the way to go all around, exactly the same steps. Now we come to the middle section, which I will divide it into 2 equal parts. I comb the first part of the middle section down and clip the hair in the second part of the middle section up. And you do the same thing over and over again. Comb a thin section out like this. And insert Shortsy. Be careful of her eyes. And slowly turn the comb to the hair root. And cut the hair that is sticking out. So we will cut this from here to the other side the same way. Now we are cutting the second part of the middle section. Doing the same thing as before. Cutting hair that is sticking out of Shortsy and going all the way to the right. Now we come to the crown. And we have to check how wide this crown section is. If it is 3 inches apart, then we should divide this section into 3 equal parts. If this is narrower, then we just divide it into halves. For her, I will divide this section into 3 equal parts. Comb each side like this. Okay, we come to the middle last part. I'm going to comb it to the back and start to cut from the front. Go back to check the haircut by freehand and trim the hair you missed cutting. This is the finished cut. This is Emma with a styled layer cut. Marie has a little girl's typical straight bob. This is very easy to cut with Shortsy, but in a different way. I will use Shortsy horizontally to cut her hair. I have already divided her hair into 3 big sections, like this. I have put a hair tape on her head from one side of the ear to the other. And this hair tape is 1/2 inch wide, so we can mark a line in the middle. Then we have 3 lines to use as guide. Cut hair with Shortsy horizontally. I will comb an inch wide section of hair and then insert Shortsy this way with the legs sticking out, and tuck the hair inside the teeth and pull it down slowly until you reach the first guide line on top of the tape. And cut the hair. I'm going to the right and cut the next part like this. Insert Shortsy again and go to the top line. And then cut the hair that is sticking out. By going to the right, you always have to overlap the cut part a little bit and continue. This is the last part of this section. I'm taking this section 2 down and comb it straight.